Let's get started in a comfortable seated position. Welcome to your balanced flow class. So we'll move slowly and with intention, but enough of a pace to wake you up for the day that you have ahead. So finding whatever comfortable seated position feels the best in your body this morning. Let your eyes start to close. And just for a couple moments, tune into your breath. There's nothing that you have to change. Simply start to observe. Let the task that you are attending to be to simply pay attention to the noise of the passage of your breath. So inviting and encouraging your breath to be audible. And through this audible breath, you can think about smoothing out the edges. As you think about smoothing out the edges of your breath, can you notice how the inhale becomes the exhale? And then the exhale becomes the inhale, and you start to create this cycle. And we're doing this all day long. On average, we're breathing 21,000 times a day. But notice what happens when you pay attention to your breath. You can smooth it out, round it out, and become a little bit more intentional in the practice of breath. Take a couple more moments here, pausing to notice and to intentionally smooth out your breath. Now we'll practice expanding and extending across the exhale. So take your standard breath in through your nose. And like you're blowing out candles or making a shh sound, release your breath. Shh. And think of squeezing the breath out at the bottom. We'll do a couple more rounds of this, inhaling through the nose. Exhale, audible through the mouth. Let's go for 3 more times. Feel through the complete exhale. Inhale, sit a little bit taller. Exhale, let your chin curl to your chest. Just a couple moments here, maybe some gentle side to sides, just feeling into the back, the sides of your neck. And then right ear rolls to the right shoulder as you keep the chest open and the spine tall. Head heavy to the right. Exhale, chin back through center. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin through center. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder as you extend your left arm out to the left, fingertips draping down towards the floor. Keep your right ear to the right and then float your left arm up off the ground so your arm is parallel to the ceiling, and really reach out through your fingers as if someone is lovingly tugging at your wrist. Take a breath in. Keep your right ear to your right shoulder. Slide the back of your palm to your low back. So you're going to bend the elbow. Back of the hand comes to the low back. Let this encourage your spine to stay tall. That left shoulder dropping down. Take a breath in. Exhale, left hand back to the left knee. Curl your chin through center. And then left ear to the left shoulder. Breathe a couple breaths here through the right side of the neck. And then stretch your right arm out to the right to start fingertips connecting to the ground, chest forward and open. And then float your right arm up off the ground. Palm can be facing down for now, and imagine that loving tug at your right wrist as your left ear drops towards your left shoulder. Take a breath in. Exhale, back of the right hand comes to the low back, that left ear still towards your left shoulder, so we're bending that right elbow. Notice how all of these subtle changes can have big impact in your body. Take a breath in. Exhale, right hand falls back to the right knee. Curl your chin through center. And then lift your gaze all the way up to the ceiling. Drop your head back. Chin and nose point up nice and high. Take a moment to breathe some space across the throat. And then looking back forward, inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Gather your hands to touch up above your head, and then hands come together, center of your chest. Twice more, inhale, sweep and reach. Exhale, hands together. Once more, inhale, sweep and reach. Exhale, hands together, center of your chest. Extend your right leg out to the right. So the left foot is going to stay pasted to the inside of your right thigh. We're going to reach the arms up, rotate the torso over your right leg, and then hinge forward. So arms reaching down towards your right ankle as your upper body melts down over your right leg. Taking a couple slow breaths here. Feel your left hip still connected down to the mat, and maybe reach your hands a little bit closer towards your right foot. And start to walk your hands back and reach your arms high. Rotate your torso back through center. Slide your right arm down the inside of your right leg, and your left arm reaches up and over, left fingers towards right toes. Left shoulder rolls back, peek up to the ceiling underneath your left armpit. Even though we're reaching and leaning over to the right, can you maintain a sense of length through the right side of your body? And then inhale floats you through center, both arms reach high, and twist to your left. So your right hand will find your left knee and your left hand finds the ground back behind you. Turn around your center. Breathe deep into the twist. Inhale, come back through center. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide, and extend your left leg out to the left so you have this wide straddle stance. Take a breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, hinge forward. So we want to keep the length of the spine. This action's happening at the hips. Inhale pulls you back up. This can be really small. You don't have to go so big. Exhale to hinge forward a couple inches. Inhale to pull back. Go for 3 more. Hinge. Maybe you find that you can go just a little bit deeper and then pull it back. Good. I think that was our last one. We'll drop the arms down. Bring that right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Reach both of your arms high. Rotate your torso over your left leg and hinge forward. Hands reaching down towards the outside of that left leg. Upper body can melt forward and down. Keeping that right hip solid into the mat. We're here for 2 more breaths. Maybe you can walk your hands a little bit further, closer to your left ankle. And then walking your hands back up. Come back through center, rotate your torso through the middle, arms reach high, and then float your left arm down the inside of your left leg, right fingertips reach up and over, right fingers towards left toes, roll the right shoulder back, look to the ceiling, keep that right hip and knee relaxed down towards the floor. Good. We'll inhale back through center. Both arms reach high. We'll twist to the right. So left hand finds the right knee. Right hand finds the ground back behind you. Spin yourself open. Breathe into the backs of your ribs. Notice all the places you can sense expansion. Good. Unwind back through center. Reach your arms high. Extend your right leg out to the right. Bring your hands down in front of you. Walk your hands forward. Wide-legged forward fold. Ground down through your heels. Pull back through your toes and keep your chest moving forward rather than dropping down. Long, open spine. Think of open channels moving through the body. And then we'll walk our hands back and make our way to a tabletop position. So you can cross your ankles and roll over them. We'll meet at hands and knees. Spreading the fingers out nice and wide. We'll move through a couple rounds of cats and cows. So as you inhale, let your belly sink down to the middle of your mat. Lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhale to push down and round through your spine. Puff your upper back to the ceiling. Drop your head down. Inhale, cow, tilt. Open the front of the body. Exhale, round, stretch the back body. And just keep this going back and forth a couple times. And then let this become a little bit more organic. So maybe take some circles around in one direction. Maybe your head moves around. Move in a way that feels good in your body from this hands and knees shape. Then we'll come back to a long, neutral spine tabletop. Send your right leg back behind you and tuck your toes under. Push out through your right heel. So looking for a nice stretch of that right calf. Inhale, floats the right leg back up as the shoulders come over the wrists, kick out through your right heel. Stay here, maybe extend your left arm forward, bird dog. You can stay here, practice stability, or on your exhale, lower your left pinky finger, your right big toe. Inhale, lift it back up. 2 more times. Exhale, nice controlled movement. Lower left pinky finger, right big toe. Inhale, back up. 1 more time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Keep that right leg lifted. Plant your left hand down. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. 2 more times. Exhale, nice and slow. Right knee, right elbow. Feel that crunch, right side of the body. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Then kick your right leg out to the right and plant it down. So you have right leg extended, right toes facing the same direction as your fingers. And then you can start to press your hips back and pull them forward. Couple little pulses, feeling that right inner thigh. You can keep this pulsing, or you can let yourself drop all the way down to the floor. Maybe the left toes tuck under, maybe you lower to your elbows and your forearms. Really focus on pushing the outer edge of your right foot into the floor. Inhale back into your tabletop, pulling that right knee back in. Good, and we'll find a downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back as we stretch out through the heels. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let your heels melt down to the floor back behind you, and your head is heavy. You're looking back towards your toes. You can stay in this stillness, focus on the stretch. Maybe you find some dynamic movement, bend one knee, bend the other knee. And then use your next inhale, find your way back to a tabletop position, and then press back to a child's pose. Let your hips reach back towards your heels, arms stretch forward. On your next inhale, glide forward, find your sphinx. So your elbows and your forearms hit the ground as your legs lengthen back behind you and your chest moves forward. So you're piking down through your elbows. Excuse me. Exhale, lower your chest all the way back down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up nice and slow. Use the work of your arms and your core, tabletop. Nice. Inhale, cow tilt. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhale, push down, round your spine. A couple more, maybe this becomes a little bit more organic, taking the circles, the swirls. And then back to your long neutral spine. Send your left leg back behind you, tuck your toes, push through your left heel. Good, come back, floating the shoulders over the wrists. Lift your left foot up off the ground. Great place to be. Maybe your right arm stretches forward. You can stay here or exhale, lower right pinky finger, left big toe. Inhale, float up. 2 more times, nice and slow. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Last time. Bring that right hand back down. Bring your left knee towards your left elbow, left armpit. Inhale, kick it back. 2 more times. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow to then extend your left leg out to the left. So your left big toes point in the same direction as your fingers. And then start to pump your hips back and forth. Remembering that you can keep the pumping, or you can lower down to the floor. Maybe you tuck the right toes under. That gives us a nice anchor. Bringing your elbows and your forearms closer to the ground. Drop in. Two more breaths. Then inhale back into tabletop, pulling that left knee back in. Downward facing dog, tucking the toes, lift the hips, stretch out through your heels, push the top of the mat away from you. Maybe you find the movement of bending one knee and the other knee. Maybe you stay still. We'll walk the feet all the way forward to the hands. Find yourself in a forward fold towards the top of your mat. There's no rush. Take your time. Once you get here, maybe your feet go a little bit wide and a soft bend of your knees to let your upper body really hang and melt down. Let your chin curl to your chest. Just find a little bit of movement and motion. Maybe a sway. And then letting go of whatever you've got going on with the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen out your spine so your collarbones move forward, shoulders stay sliding down the back. You can feel your core engaged and your hamstrings get a nice stretch. Exhale, fold all the way back down. We got that 2 more times. Inhale, float it halfway up. Exhale, lower it down. 1 more time. Inhale, float it, lengthen. Exhale, fold and soften. On your next inhale, stretch out and reach up. Bring your hands to touch up above your head. Exhale, hands together, center of your chest. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, fold yourself all the way down to plant your hands and step your right foot back behind you. Lower your right knee, untuck your toes, and reach your arms up. So we're in a low lunge. Think 90-degree angles with both of your legs. Fingertips reaching high, a deep bend into the left knee to feel the opening across the front of the right hip. Inhale, reach a little bit taller. Exhale to twist. Send your right arm forward. Reach your left arm back behind you. Easy for that left knee to splay out to the left. We want to keep it hugging to the midline. Arms reaching wide. Breathe into the resistance of the twist. Maybe your head spins around to find your left hand back behind you. Take a breath in. Exhale to cartwheel your hands down so that you're on the inside of your left foot. Keep your right knee low. Keep your left hand on the inside of that left foot and stretch your right arm up to the ceiling. Rotate yourself open. Trick here is to push that left knee into your upper arm and your upper arm back into your left knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your right hand back down. And step your way back to downward dog. So you could tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, step that left foot back. Inhale, drop it to tabletop position. Exhale, slide it back, child's pose. Hips to the heels, arms stretch and reach forward, chest melting to the floor. Inhale, slither it forward, Sphinx pose. Elbows, forearms, palms connect to the ground. Hips drop, chest moves forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your chest back down, hands underneath your shoulders. Give yourself a little bit of work as you press yourself nice and slow up off the ground, back to your tabletop and downward facing dog. And we'll walk the feet all the way forward, find your forward fold. Nice and slow, take your time. Once you get here, let your knees be soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Stretch out and reach up. Bring your hands to touch up above your head. Exhale, hands together, center of your chest. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands and step your left foot back behind you. Lower your left knee, reach your arms high as you breathe in. Taking a couple full breaths. Good, and then we'll twist it. So that right arm is gonna reach back as the left arm reaches forward. Spin yourself open to the right. Let your head find the space back behind you so you've rotated the whole torso. On your next inhale, bring your arms back through center and bring both of your hands down to the inside of your right foot. Your right hand's gonna stay on the ground. You're gonna press that inner right knee into your upper arm and then roll that left shoulder open. A little bit of balance here. It's not as easy as it looks. Maybe your gaze lifts to find your left thumb. Breathe it in. Exhale, left hand down. Tuck your left toes under, lift that left knee, step it back, downward dog. Inhale, drop it to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, slither it forward, sphinx pose. Chest glides forward through the upper arms. Exhale, lower it all down. Hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself up through your tabletop. Downward facing dog. And then start to slowly walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold. Inhale it, halfway up. Exhale, fold it all the way down. Stretch out, reach up, bring your hands to touch up above your head. Exhale, hands together, center of your chest. We'll step the feet out wide. You can face whichever direction feels good. Soft bend into your knees, and we'll find a little side to side. Maybe closing the eyes. Feel down into your hips, down into your feet, rooted to the floor. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to your hips and swirl your hips in circles in one direction. Right, and then move this in the opposite direction. Coming back to stand nice and tall. From here, we'll find our way to a warrior 2. So we're going to spin the right toes open, right toes facing maybe the short edge of your mat, arms reaching out wide, left toes pointing towards the long side of your mat. Start to bend into your right knee. You let your hips descend down and then send your gaze over your right fingers, soften through your shoulders. We'll find a little bit of movement here. So as you inhale, straighten out your right leg and reach your hands to touch above your head. Exhale, bend it back down, warrior 2. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, lower it down, sink your hips. Radha standing here eating a breakfast sandwich and watching me. Exhale, lower back down. Float your right palm up, reach forward. Exhale, slide it back, find a reverse warrior. So your left hand travels down the back of your left leg and your right arm reaches up and back. Keep that big bend into your right knee. Think opening the right side of your body. Inhale to straighten out your right leg. So you're still reaching back, finding that reverse triangle pose. Inhale brings you back through center. Keep your legs long and straight. Turn your right toes to face the same direction as your left. Bring your hands to your hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. This is what we started our practice with this morning, but we're gonna find it now in a different relationship to gravity. So we're standing and melting down towards the floor. Think of your hips lifting high, maybe rocking a little bit more weight forward into the balls and toes of your feet. And start to bring your hands back to your hips, press through your feet, inhale, rise. Think of having a nice long spine here to lift yourself back up and then turn your left toes towards the short edge of your mat. Arms reach wide in opposite directions as you find that deep bend into your left knee. Pause here for a couple breaths. Notice how it feels to be in this shape. Tune into the strength of your legs. Inhale, dancing warrior. Straighten your left leg, fingertips reach. Exhale, bend your left knee, arms lower. And 2, lift. And lower. Nice and slow. Tune into the pace of your breath. One more time, lift. And lower back to your warrior 2. Flip your left palm up, reach it forward, lengthen. Draw it back, reverse warrior. Right hand down the right leg, left arm reaches up and back. Start to straighten out your left leg, reverse your triangle. Keep pressing down through your left foot, see if that can help you reach back just a little bit more. Inhale back through center, both arms reach wide. Turn your left toes to face the same direction as your right. Bring your hands back behind your head. Take a breath in. Just like how we started, exhale, hinge forward, hips draw back, upper body moves forward. Inhale floats you back up. Good, we got 4 more like this. Exhale, hinge, just as much as you can without losing the integrity of your core and your back body. Inhale, lift. And 3, lower, keep those elbows wide, chest and chin moving forward. Inhale, back up. Last 2. Inhale, lift it. Last 1. Lift it back up. Bring your hands to your hips and heel toe your feet back together. Standing up nice and tall, give yourself a little shake. We'll come into a little bit of balancing, starting with tree pose. So hands are going to be at the hips. Let's start with the right heel at the left ankle, turning that right knee out to the right. It's a great place to start with any balancing is keeping one foot lightly against the ground, and then you can play around with even just visualizing getting a little bit lighter through the connection of the right foot to the floor. And then maybe you start to draw right foot up your standing left leg. Maybe reaching down, grabbing that right ankle, pulling it nice and high. Meet yourself in the place that feels like the balance between challenge and ease. Hands can come together center of the chest. Vriksasana, tree pose, pressing down through that left foot. Tighten up through your core. Maybe your arms start to extend high and wide, taking up more space. Good. Keep your arms wherever they are. Float your right foot off of your standing leg and cross it over. So now right toes on the outside of that left foot. Start to bend into your left knee and swing your right arm underneath your left, either grabbing for opposite shoulders, or you can wind up your forearms for Garudasana, eagle pose. Right toes can stay connected to the floor, or maybe you start to pull them up off the ground. Maybe you just start to visualize that concept happening. And we're all wound up, coming in nice and tight, hug to the middle of your body, eagle pose. We're holding for 3, 2, 1. Unwind and relax. Shake it out, wiggle it out. Same thing, other side. So we're going to balance into that right foot, turning the left knee out, left heel to the right ankle. Good place to work from. Hands can be at your hips. Maybe start to get a little bit lighter through your left foot, or just visualize that happening. Maybe you start to draw left foot up your standing leg. Perhaps grabbing for that left ankle, hike it up nice and high. Press the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. Whole body turned on and active. Hands can come to the center of the chest. Maybe the arms extend out and up, taking up space. Take 2 more breaths. We're going to keep the arms wide as we get lighter through the connection of the left foot on the right leg and step the left foot on the outside of the right foot. So we've crossed the leg. Start to bend into your right knee, sink your hips down, and then let your left arm sweep underneath your right arm, either grabbing for opposite shoulders or wind your forearms up, hands coming together in front of your face. Sink it down. Maybe your left foot floats up off the ground. Tapping into your balance for a couple breaths. Good, unwind. And shake it out, let it go. You can come to face back to the top of your mat. We'll inhale, sweep the arms out and up, hands touch over the head. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, lengthen it halfway up. Exhale, fold to plant your hands and step your way back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lower to your tabletop. To child's pose, those knees going out wide, hips reach back to the heels, arms stretch forward. Let your belly sink down in between your inner thighs. And then arms long, walk them up and over to the right for a left side body stretch. Walking your arms back through center and all the way over to the left, looking for a right side body stretch. Walk it back through center and slither forward, find your Sphinx pose. Elbows, forearms, palms to the ground as the legs lengthen back behind you, chest drawing forward through your upper arms. We'll take a breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your chin, bend your right knee. Inhale, lengthen your right leg and look forward. Exhale, tuck your chin and bend your left knee. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, right. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, left. One more time through each side. Inhale, lengthen and look forward. Exhale, tuck and bend the right knee. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, tuck and bend to the left. Inhale, lengthen, look forward, tuck your toes under and make your way to a forearm plank. So you have some options. Option one, press down through your elbows and float just your belly and your thighs up off the ground for a modified forearm plank. Or tuck your toes under, lift your knees up off the ground for a forearm plank and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make your way back to a tabletop. You can lower your knees, press yourself up, and then we'll find our way to a seated position, swinging those legs forward out in front of you. Trying to keep this fire going. Okay, legs extended out in front of you. We're going to plant the palms right next to the hips and then press down through the floor. It's a little press to give a little bit of length and uplift through the body. Ground through your heels, pull back through your toes. And this is a nice posture to remember that this is a posture. It's called Dandasana, staff pose. We're always thinking of the next thing to go into, which maybe for a lot of us, we would think a forward fold, Paschimottanasana, but we're going to practice being in this shape because it sort of feels like something has to come next, but it doesn't. So we can practice just being here, keep sitting nice and tall, think active core. Core wraps around the whole of the torso, so not just the front abdominals, but we have core muscles in our back body, down into our pelvic floor, all the way up to our diaphragm. Good, then bring your hands back behind you. You can sort of rest back into your hands. Plant both of your feet down and let your knees pass from side to side, windshield wipers. Settle in the center, both feet planted, knees pointing up to the ceiling. You can stay here, puffing your chest forward, looking up to the ceiling, or press down through your feet, lift your hips any amount for a reverse tabletop. Knees pointing forward, let your head be a natural extension of your spine. Take a full breath in. And exhale, lower your hips back down. Stretch your legs back forward. Walk your hands back next to your hips, Dandasana. Arms reach forward and a slow roll all the way onto your back. Like a scooping out of the belly with an ice cream cone. Scoop, take your time. Give yourself a bit of work. And once you land, your arms can reach to the space back behind you. Full body stretch, circle your wrists. Circle your ankles. And opposite direction with the circles. Good. And then on your next exhale, hug your right knee into your chest and interlace your fingers for the back of your right leg. Pulling your thigh into your belly, Ardha Appanasana, half wind relieving pose. Inhale, full body stretch. Right leg goes long to meet the left. Arms reach to the space back behind you. Exhale, left knee hugs into the chest. You can interlace your fingers for the back of your left leg or anywhere that feels good and supportive. Inhale, get long, full body stretch. Left leg goes long to meet the right. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hug your right knee into your chest again, interlacing fingers for the back of the right leg and kick the right foot up to the ceiling. If this feels like a really tight stretch, plant your left foot down, gives you a little bit of slack, and then point your toes, flex your toes back and forth. Keep this pointing and flexing going, but let your right leg drift over to the left, maybe 6 inches or so. Keep flexing and pointing. Notice that subtle change, making big impacts. Flex and point it back through center. And then cross your right ankle over your left thigh, find a figure 4. You can stay here with your left foot grounded, or you can lift your left foot up off the ground, maybe finding a little side to side rock, feeling the sensation turn on in that right hip. So drop your left foot down, stretch your arms out wide. Right ankle stays hooked on the top of the left thighs. Both of your knees spill over to the right. Let your head roll over the left. If this feels like a lot on your left knee, you can just drop that right heel off of the left thigh. Unhook your right ankle from your left thigh. Pull your knees back through center, side to side, windshield wipers, like you're cleansing and clearing that one side out. And full body stretch, arms and legs reach in opposite directions. Hug your left knee into your chest, interlacing fingers for the back of the left leg, pulling the thigh to the belly. Maybe you plant that right foot down as you extend your left foot up to the ceiling, flex and point your toes. Feel across the top of your foot, into your calf. And then keep this flexing and pointing going, but drift your left leg to the right a couple inches. Drift it back through center and then find your figure 4. So your left outer ankle hooks over the top of your right thigh, pressing that left knee forward. Maybe you float right foot up off the ground, interlacing fingers somewhere around that right leg. A little rock from side to side might feel good in your body. And then we're going to drop that right foot back down. Keep left ankle hooked over right thigh as both of your knees spill to the left, arms reaching wide. Let your head roll over your right shoulder, soften in for this twist, plus a quad stretch. Let that left foot fall off of the right knee. Pull your knees back through center. Let your arms drop down along the sides of your body, palms facing down. Lift your feet up off the ground so your shins come parallel to the ceiling and your low back presses into the mat. Feet are flexed. Knees are stacked right above the hips. If you pull them in a little bit tighter, it doesn't work the core in the same way that we're trying to work the core. So we want the knees to be stacked right over the hips, feet pushing forward. Bring your palms onto your thighs. Press your hands into your thighs and your thighs back into your hands. Feel your whole abdominal region light up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your arms. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slide your feet forward. Lengthen out your legs. Inhale, come back. Knees stack right above your hips. Exhale, push. Inhale, pull. We got 3 more. Exhale, push. Inhale, pull. Last 2, push them forward. Inhale, pull them back. Last 1, exhale, push forward. Inhale, pull back. Drop just your right heel. So your right knee is going to stay bent. You're going to drop that right heel down, and then inhale, float your right heel up. And exhale, drop your left heel down. Inhale, float your left heel up. And we're going side to side or back and forth, right and then left, keeping the structure of the legs the same. So we're not bending or straightening the knees. And we'll keep this marching, keeping your low back connected to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower both of your feet down to the floor. Soles of the feet come together. Knees go out wide. Reach the arms overhead and grab for opposite elbows and settle into this Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. We just did some work with contracting through the hips, so we want to now give them some time and space to relax and open. Find a steady, even rhythm for your breath. Find your way back into a full body stretch, arms and legs reaching. Exhale to hug both of your knees into your chest, Apanasana, wind relieving pose, and then find your happy baby. So you can grab for the backs of your knees, your ankles, the outer edges of your feet as your hips go out nice and wide. Think knees sliding down to the floor underneath your armpits, and then maybe a little side to side play time in your happy baby. And from here, we'll reach the arms and the legs up to the ceiling. Let them be loose and soft. Maybe give them one last little shake and wiggle. And then with control, slowly lower everything down to the floor, finding our way to our final resting pose of Shavasana. All of the hard work has been done, although some might consider this to be the hardest part of the practice, is to find that stillness at the end. But this is where we integrate all of the work. So it's a valuable part of our practice. It also helps us to reset our nervous system before we just move right into the day we have ahead of us. So welcome the pause. Or to bring some awareness back into your body, first by deepening your breath. And you can wiggle your fingers and your toes, reawaken through some physical movement. Maybe reach for a full body stretch. And then roll to one side, finding a fetal position. Take a moment to pause here as you consider a couple reasons you're feeling grateful. This is the highest practice of yoga, is an attitude of gratitude. Feel that gratitude light up inside of you and carry it with you through your day ahead. Keeping your eyes closed or your gaze soft, press yourself up, comfortable seated position. Sitting tall as you root down. Use your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up, gathering your whole practice. Exhale, hands together, center of your chest. One last breath together, in through the nose, out from the mouth. The light in me sees that same light in you. Peace. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.